This is the last replay in this Peasant Magic tournament. It's the finals and it's game 2. And I'm playing against a Cloak, and I'm getting pretty tired with this replay because I've been talking for like 2 hours now. Anyway, right, so this hand's quite decent. It's got all black spells and all black mana. Yes, it's a little slow in that it has 2 Barrenmoors, but I think that's okay, quite acceptable. I play out the Barrenmoor, even though I'm going to cast, I think I cast Carrion Feeder. See what I do. Yeah, okay, I cast Carrion Feeder and I play out the Swamp. Seems a little weird. With the intention to cycle it next turn so I can find a mountain. I'm really hoping for a top deck Nausea. Okay, so the sideboard, I guess I didn't mention that. I'll do that quite quickly. I just put in Nausea, and that's about it. Yeah. Just because of this card is why I put in Nausea, because it can't be targeted by any of my spells. Alright, yeah, I cycle and I draw I cycle this at the end of my turn and I draw a mountain, which is good. And I cast Firebolt on his Wild Nakatl while it's still a 2/2 at max, so he can't do anything about that. And then I use the Carrion Feeder ability and obviously correctly take out Bloodbraid Elf. Even though he only has 3 mana, it's the strongest card in his hand by far. The rest of his hand was Wild Nakatl, Lightning Bolt, and Oblivion Ring. Alright, let's continue now. And attacking for 2. He plays Lightning Bolt and Wild Nakatl. Yeah, he's debating about this because, like, I can kill it with Firebolt, and he chose incorrectly and plays the Wild Nakatl here, and I just kill it with this figure. And I play out Keldar Marauders. Yeah, maybe the Rakdos Guildmage would have been better there. There's no reason to do damage right now. Here I'm worried about Cloak, and I like 2-for-1s, so I go ahead and use the Tutor to win the game, basically. And get Nausea for my deck. So I go ahead and get Tutor up for Nausea. Yeah, this would have been bad. I would have taken 4+4, so I would have taken 8 damage if I hadn't gotten that Nausea this turn, and would have brought me down to 5, so I probably would have lost. I go ahead and cast Nausea. Even though the Rancor gets back, you know, nothing you can do about that. And I cast Rakdos Guildmage. Probably should have cast the Vithian Stinger, but that's okay. Oh yeah, and here his Bloodbraid Elf blanks because his Cascade blanks. I got kind of lucky about that because this doesn't come into play. I was a little bit confused by that, but yeah, if there's no the Cascade spell gets cast first. Cascade spell gets cast first. So if there's nothing, if it's an enchantment and there's no creatures in play, it's just gonna blank. Here I just want to get rid of that dude. Yep, that's so I play the Fireball plus the Vithian Stinger. Here he plays a 2/2 Oblivion Ring, gets rid of my Rakdos Guildmage. And I play out Pyromancer plus Rakdos Guildmage. With the intention to cast Vithian Stinger on him at the end of his turn. He plays Qasali Pridemage and uses Rancor to power it up. And I cast Stinger at the end of his turn to bring him down to 9. Here I misplay, and I should have played the Swamp instead of using this ability. But I think it's borderline that play there. If I play Swamp, I can play Firebolt, and then there's a bunch more spells that I can cast now. I can cast a second Firebolt, so that would have been better. I think I just thought I only had 1 Firebolt. That's why I played like that. Anyway, he's down to 4, so it wouldn't have mattered that much at this point anyway. And he just concedes for the win. All right, so that was the Peasant Magic tournament, which I won. I won 3 matches and I lost 1, but since it was top 4, and I made it into the top 4 even except for that one loss, that loss didn't matter, and I win the tournament. Alright, so hope you enjoyed this.